Hey family, join me as I take you through draping these bodies. So the first thing I did was to get my base ready for draping, and I used this Mikado fabric which I gathered at the middle, placed on the middle of my base and stitched down. I stitched down to help keep the fabric in check. Then the next thing I did was to place my base on the structure. I have a structure beneath this base to help, because especially this will be helpful for anyone that does not have a pinnable dress form. So I have a dress form, not fully pinnable, but I still used my mannequin. I used the base for the lining, the structured lining, to place my base on it to help keep everything in check. The next thing I did was to start draping on the sides, giving fine lines on both sides and pinning down, keeping them in place with pins so that they don't go off. I did what I did for one side, I did same for the other side. I continued draping and pinning down, giving each side fine lines until I was done with the entire bodies. The next was to put everything in check using my garment steamer. I steamed down each lines so that when I pull them out from the structure base, I'll still have my lines in check, in place. So the next thing I did was to pull it off from the structured lining, pulling it off, pulling out all the pins I used to hold it down. And then the next thing I did was to take it to my sewing machine to hold down the drapes on the edges, on every edge, to help keep everything in check, in place, so that I could pull off all the pins around it. And the next thing I did was to stitch down, using invisible stitches to stitch down every drape at the center pieces to help everything to be in check, to help everything to be in place. All these are just to help the whole thing to come out very nice, smooth and sweet at the end of everything. And then the next step was to cut off all the excesses around the edges so that we could join to the lining, and voila, this is what we have after everything. Hope this helps with your next project. Kindly let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying this out. Thank you.